to my channel. I already filmed today and wasn't planning on filming again. And then one of my friends on Instagram, Venz Between the Lines is her YouTube and Instagram handle or name. So she let me know that she had tagged me in the like mid-year check-in tag and I didn't even know. And so I know this is late, but I'm going to just answer the questions really quick and try and get this video filmed and up because I realize that this is a little bit late. Okay, let's get into the questions. So I'm going to just read them off my phone, so pardon me for looking down. So how many books have you read so far this year is the first question. I don't keep track, like I didn't keep track until I started my Bookstagram account and my YouTube BookTube account. So I tend to read at a clip of about 10 books per month, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. So I'm going to say I've read, like now we're in July, so you know, I don't know. Like you can do that math. Like it's probably somewhere like, you know, 60, 70 books. I just don't keep track. I am now, like only because, but I didn't start these in accounts until March, so I didn't keep track throughout the year. I've never set a reading goal. It never seemed important to me before because I'm always reading. So I didn't really think it was necessary, but now that I'm doing these things and reviewing books and talking about books with people all the time, I'm obviously keeping track of what I'm reading so I can review and discuss. So that's the first question. The second question is, what's your favorite book so far this year? So I have it here. My favorite book so far this year would be Cress. Actually, all of the Lunar Chronicles will fall into that category because I really couldn't pick a favorite. Cress and Thorn are probably my favorite couple, but the actual Lunar Chronicles, every single book was great for me, and they all lead into each other, so I won't really say that I have a favorite. But this was my top, you know, series and book of the year, and super happy with this whole series. Love it. The next question is the most disappointing book you've read this year. Okay, hang on. Okay, the most disappointing. So I have two really disappointing books here. The most disappointing for me was probably, if I'm going to choose, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, because this book and series is so hyped on BookTube and Instagram. So I did not enjoy this book. I don't want to get into this. I have a whole rant review on this. It's not personal to me. For me, this didn't work. And it's mainly Feyre. I just couldn't like her. And that killed the whole story for me. She's the main character. So yeah, I didn't really care. I do think that it's funny that people say like Rysand is a feminist after he like shoves her bone back in her injured hand like to torture her, and then later apparently he's a feminist. I don't really care. Like I'm not here to like throw shade if you love that. If you love them, and sorry, I guess that's kind of spoilery, but if you love, you know, spoiler, Feyre and Rysand and you're just like super into it, like what you like, I just couldn't get behind them. Another one that was super disappointing to me was The Cruel Prince, another series that I won't finish just because this is kind of supposed to be an enemies to lovers, and I didn't feel like it was. I felt like it was definitely more like I don't want to like you, but I just can't help it, so I hate you because I like you. And it's not the same as an enemies to lovers where you don't, you know, like you're antagonistic, but slowly that changes. It felt like they still hated each other at the end. Like they're both just using each other, and I don't like them. I don't like either of the characters. So those are two of my my most disappointing books of the year so far. What genre have you read the most this year? That would be fantasy. It's probably will always be fantasy. That's what I go to the most. Probably next would be science fiction. I did read quite a few science fiction dystopian, but yeah, I would say fantasy is definitely like my most read genre always. And also classics, because I do read classics a lot. Me and my brother, you know, switch back and forth picking classic books because we buddy read. So yeah, those are the genres I read the most. Question number 5, that's what we're on. Name a new favorite author that you've discovered this year. So I'll say, for me, it's going to be Marissa Meyer. these books alone have made me buy her other books. So I do have the first book of her like superhero series, Renegades. So she's definitely like a new favorite author that I've just enjoyed. I read her graphic novels, which were awesome, which is a continuation of these. So she's a new author I've really enjoyed. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure that I found another favorite, but I've always loved Ellen Montgomery, but I've discovered more and more of her books that I've loved. So that was a fun discovery from Bookstagram and Booktube. So the next question is, what's the most surprisingly good book you've read so far this year? Okay, let me grab it. So, surprisingly good book to me was Fangirl. I had no expectations for this book. This was a gift from a wonderful friend on Bookstagram, and she was right. This is a good book. It's fun. It's just, I really, really liked it, and I really, really liked the characters. And I really, really, really connected with them, probably because my story of my life and how I met my husband is very similar to this story. So this book surprised me. I have read Eleanor and Park, which wasn't to me anything super special. I liked it okay, but it wasn't amazing, but I really liked Fangirl. The next question is, what are your favorite and most anticipated 2020 releases? So I don't keep up with releases of books. I almost never read things when they first come out just because I'm busy reading other things. A Song Below Water came out this year, and I do intend to read it. It was very highly anticipated, I would say, for me, read when I saw it, and I'm looking forward to that book. But that's the only one that I saw as like a new release. I think A Song of Wraith and Ruin is also one that I've seen as a release for this year. But I never keep track of, new releases for books. I'm not at the moment waiting for any sequels to come out for series that I've been reading, so I know that there are some highly anticipated sequels. I haven't read those series yet. So that's that one. And what's been your bookish highlight of the year so far? I don't really know what does that mean, my bookish highlight of the year? Finishing the Lunar Chronicles was a huge highlight for me. I love that whole series. Starting this channel and starting to get a following on Bookstagram was definitely a highlight for me, and getting to talk with people about books. So I don't really know what like a bookish highlight is for me. This year has been fun to start Booktube and Bookstagram and be able to talk to everybody. And I feel like I've said those words way too much in this video, and it's going to be obnoxious. But anyway, I am so thankful for my friend. Let me make sure I'm saying her name right. It's Venz Between the Lines, and I will link her down below. Thank you so much for tagging me, and I really enjoyed doing this video. I really appreciate it that you thought of me, and we will hopefully get to talk more in the comments. So thank you everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe. Talk to you soon.